1.
Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there was a benevolent ruler that was loved by all. The king's name was Riley, a benevolent bear who had 2 ministers that helped him and guided him if ever he was in need of counsel. The first minister was a pig, whose name was Porcy, and the second was a wolf named Lycan. The kingdom flourished under Riley's rule, but alas, for every mortal, no matter how great or benevolent as a lifespan, and said their wish to announce the king's spirit began to exist. Oh dear, I wonder who the king shall name us here.
Indeed, the king is getting on in age and neither sad as a child. He was so caught up in the kingdom to never marry. It seems that Lady Porcy and Lord Lycan are the possible candidates for the throne.
Heavens! Not foreseen. Why? Just the other day, she, together with her brood, wrecked somebody's house and ordered the inhabitants out, just because they wanted a huge place for their party.
That sounds awful.
While at the palace, the king has been confined to his bed, but both Porcy and Lycan looked on.
Sir, don't say that. There's still hope. I could go to the neighboring kingdom and find the best healer there is. We must keep practical Lycan. The king is no longer able to rule. I shall go in haste and find you a healer, my lord.
Then the nobles of Lycan headed off to search for healers for his beloved king. Meanwhile, Porcy and their children had the sixth meeting.
Mommy dear, what's got a cunning plan?
A cunning plan? How wondrous! And a devious plan it was. The Lady Porcy concocted the potion and gave it to Lord Riley, pretending that it was medicine. But it really was a potent poison. The benevolent king was so faithful that doubt never crossed his mind, took the potion and dropped dead on the spot. The Lady Porcy was so thrilled that until the birds came.
Oh, woe is me! The king is dead!
But how will the kingdom fare? He has seen no heirs.
But he is never know. I have not read it yet.
Which was a big, fat lie. She forged the letter herself, and thus the kingdom became the Lady Porcy soiled her, and meant that the rule, with Sir Lycan still up to who knows where, to oppose her tyrannical rule, and her kids, their rotten, spoiled rascals that kept squabbling.
It's unfair that I get the biggest portion of this year's tribute.
Please no! You're lying like who lies. It's ours that you get more!
I hardly get enough.
And because of the big family advance, kingdom form our bundles turned into powerful. People who started to get satisfied and started a rebellion. Lady Porcy divided the kingdom into 3 and decided to send each of her sons to a division so that they could quell the rebellion.
Go, my sons, and quell the rebellion. Whoever is the most successful shall be named there.
And off she sent her brood. She was secretly relieved that she did not have to hear their whining anymore. In the first division of the kingdom,
You, the skinny looking dude over there.
yes, sir,
Bring me something to eat. And you seriously don't expect me to live in such a shabby place.
but sir, this is the best house that we have. It's a rather nice mansion.
Mansion! Someone with my dancing good looks and stature, they live in a mansion. How? Someone like me should
saying to an applicant that no classroom but grass, and that was rejected because it wasn't very big. We have to import materials from the other divisions that, if it's castle you want, and have my brother stomp in it. He shall build me a castle with straw. We have plenty of those. That will be very sturdy. Sturdy, sweet. Only sturdy when you can make it grand. Now get to it! Chop, chop! And while all the work was happening, guess who arrived the mother pig palace? It's Sir Lacket. Sir Lacket, that's your hand. Yes, as I was about to say, before our routine interrupted, the great Sir Lacket has arrived. Oh dear, I must flee. If Sir Lacket learns that I caused the former thing bit, he should surely have my hand. And then she fled, never to be heard from again. Save us from tyranny, O great Sir Lacket. The mother pig may have run and fed, but their horrible bruise guilt arises in her stead.
Fear not, citizens of.
Anyway, the name of the village is really important. So, moving on,
We shall be avenged. I will travel the first roads.
you will pigs.
Yes, pigs. That's what I said, pigs. And return our kingdom.
Hooray! And off he said to find first pigs. And here are the pigs rather princess piece of a cat.
You? Anybody home?
No, no one's home.
I need to talk to you.
How can you talk to nobody?
Obviously, this is heading nowhere.
No one's gonna open the door for you.
Look, I got the brief. If you don't open the door, I'll huff and puff and blow your ass in.
It's a castle, sir. La 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 la, not here.
What?
Not by the hair, my Timmy.
Two?
Chin.
Four?
Stricter. Chin.
Three?
And Sir Lacket gave a big huff and puff, and the house or castle went tumbling down. And Big One fled to his brother's house in the second division of the village, where unsurprisingly he had nothing left but wood.
Right then. I'm sure you must have heard from your father.
You mean brother, sir?
Right, brother. And that I'm not repeat the whole huff and puff thing. Because believe me, that's a mouthful and cumbersome to repeat.
But what you said is even longer than the whole half and puff thing.
So will you let me in?
Let me think about it. How about no?
You leave me no choice. I'll have to blow your house in.
Ah, there's another option. You can like it an axe, and it's not a house, it's a castle.
You said axe? That's not how the story goes.
And as things are for tradition, our dear was. And so we blew, and Billy rather blew its thing. You should have taken the axe option. And not so soon enough, the castle tumbled. Castle mumbled. I mean. And the two pigs fled to the third pig's castle, which was built with bricks, which was the only item left in the third division. Because how would one eat bricks? You're not attempting to blow this solid brick castle into bits, are you? And Lagan was still huffing and puffing like there's no tomorrow.
Why not? The original story takes that.
You said it's a bulldozer, but that hasn't been invented yet. That would be hundreds of years in the future. Alright, you can like sticking through the chimney.
Right now, 2 minutes then.
What shall we do? I know, we should put a pot of boiling water under the counter so that will be scalded. Brilliant idea! But they had no wood to start the fire. And since the water was salty, Sir Lion settled the truth on burn, but a little wet, which is the better way than being burned, and chased the greedy pigs away. After they chased the greedy pigs, the kingdom prospered once again. The end.
Seriously, that's it, the end?
Talk about slaves.
We despise things over with end of Saturn stocks.
Guys, I have this idea. Ferdinand pulls the three pigs and then he tries to blow their house in.
Let's do never stop. Let's just go.
And as I said, the end. Tapos na po. Presenting the cast of characters. Ranger Portales of Riley, Patrick Tejada as Lagan, Oriana de la Cruz as Lady 14, Gil Catalia, Darlene Peco, and Teresa Oreta as the Three Little Pigs, Mariela Gutierrez, Lynn Rivera, and Janine Candelario as villagers, Rigel Portales as the voice of the castle, and once again, Janine Candelario as the garden narrator. The Three Little Pigs by Group 4.
Wait. Continue.